Many thanks for staying with us here on News Desk to some more stories now. And President John Dramani Mahama is today resuming his Accounting to the People tour as he heads to the Upper West region. The president will, in the next 3 days, commission several projects while cutting sword for some new ones. Let's get more on the president's tour in the Upper West region from correspondent Rafiq Salam, who joins us now on phone with those details. So, Rafiq, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell us more about what the president is expected to do in the Upper West region, specifically which places he's supposed to visit?
The president is expected to arrive any moment into the Wa Township via the Wa Express, and then he's expected to do 2 days in the Upper West region. The first day, he's expected to inspect ongoing works at the new regional hospital, which was started about 7 years ago. And then from there, he will meet the overlord of the Wala Kingdom, one Apothe and the city to the fourth. And also, he also visited the University for the Government Studies to inspect your project at that particular place. And then before he comes back into town and then to commission the new regional library for the Upper West region. And then later you go out of town to Wallembele, where is expected to commission a new hospital, a new water project.
Okay. Many thanks for that update. Rafiq Salam with details of what the president is expected to be doing in the Upper West region on his 3-day tour of the region as he accounts to the people there. We'll get back to Rafiq Salam around midday for some more on what the president is doing. But let's still stay with the NDC, and the party says it is keen on ensuring complacency does not become a problem this election year. Now, that is the word or the guiding principle being adopted by the party's campaign chairman, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, who says bitter lessons from 2012 have compelled the party to adopt this strategy. Now, in an exclusive interview with Joy News' Francis Aban, General Secretary and now chairman of the NDC's campaign team, Johnson Esiedun Ketia said the party will campaign on the achievements of government to win power come November 7.
The campaign message for this year?
I guess that question is premature. we are doing our things methodically. This is the coordinating committee that has been announced. It will be outdoored, and then we will outdoor our manifesto that will contain the key message for the elections. So at that point, you will know about what we want to, sell to Ghanaians. Besides our presidential candidate, he has to carry a message, and that's what we'll be selling. But essentially, it will be about defending our record of how we have used the mandate that has been given us in the past 3 years, and then to generate confidence and ask Ghanaians why they should, demonstrate to Ghanaians why they should give us another 4 years. So that's what it's going to be about, and we will want to demonstrate that we've established the building blocks for a takeoff of the economy,
and once you talk about building blocks for takeoff, some would say that particular statement we've heard before, haven't we? In 2012, the president had mentioned that we are putting in the infrastructure to let us have a takeoff. It's been 4 years. We're still planning a takeoff?
It looked as when you are talking about where your achievement, you first look at where you are coming from. Okay, so if somebody is standing on top of a hill and then another person is standing in the valley, and you want to gauge their height by just looking at where the position of their head, you may be wrong. So if you are dealing with infrastructure, you look at the infrastructure deficit that exists, and then that is how you'll be able to determine the progress you have made. There is a certain level of infrastructure that you must put in place to attract the needed investment to take you where you ought to be, unless and until you are able to bridge that infrastructure gap. I guess your main focus ought to be on infrastructure.
Okay, I need to ask this at this point, since we're talking about the campaign and what the party is hoping to roll out for Ghanaians to look at in deciding who to vote for. Will it be an easy sell this year for the party looking to get a third term as a party and second time for the president in terms of the message? Because some say that it's been a very difficult 4 years.
No campaign has ever been easy. And leading a campaign, I don't think that the best approach is to just look at the campaign and begin congratulating yourself before you go to the battlefield. Every battle is a battle, every war is a war. So you approach it with all the seriousness. If it turns out that your opponent is weaker than you had anticipated, it will be victory all the same. So we don't approach any of our elections from the angle of overconfidence. We think that every election comes along with its own characteristics, with its own advantages and disadvantages. When you are fighting from opposition, it comes along with its advantages and disadvantages. When you are fighting from the point of an incumbent government, it also comes along with its baggage and advantages. So we are going to look at the elections as 2016 elections, a brand new election which hasn't happened at all in this country before, and then put our plans together. And I'm very confident that the plan will work and we will see ourselves in power.
Is that to say there will be no room for complacency?
No, as I have said, we don't entertain complacency in our elections, knowing what complacency can do. We had a bitter lesson in 2000 when everybody appeared to be complacent, and then we found ourselves losing the election. So we are not going to give room for complacency. I have always said that, look, if you prepare very well for a battle and you go and it is easy, you still win. If you prepare well and you meet at the battleground and it is very difficult, because of the state of your preparedness, you can still win. So the important thing is to win. Well, it's not about over preparation. We will prepare very adequately and go into battle.
Well, that full interview will be airing subsequently today at 3 p.m. on our news and news analysis program, The Pulse, which is at 3 p.m., like I said, on this very same channel, your Joy News channel on Multi TV. Time now for us to take another break. When we come back, there are updates in business and sports. Stay on.